Retirement is not just the end of a job, it's the beginning of a new way of living. After decades of working, building a career, and fulfilling professional responsibilities, life suddenly becomes quieter. The title you once carried, doctor, teacher, manager, or business owner, fades into the background. What replaces it is something intangible, often unspoken: presence, wisdom, and influence. But the shift can also be disorienting. Many retirees silently struggle with a sense of lost identity, uncertain about their value now that they're no longer needed in the way they once were. And yet this very phase of life holds incredible power, if approached with grace, dignity, and silent strength. Respect from family in this phase doesn't come from talking more or asserting yourself loudly. It comes from how you carry yourself, how you live your days, and the quiet consistency of your presence. You don't need to demand respect. Your actions can earn it without you saying a word. Begin by showing up for life with intention. Wake up with purpose. It doesn't matter if you no longer have office meetings or deadlines. What matters is that you treat each day as meaningful. Get up, get dressed, take care of your surroundings, and take care of yourself. This alone sends a silent message to your family. I value my time, and you should too. Your physical presence, how you carry yourself, matters. Walking with poise, maintaining eye contact, offering a calm smile, all of these non-verbal cues tell the people around you that you are rooted in your dignity. People respect what feels steady, and in a world that often feels chaotic, you can be the anchor in your family's emotional landscape. Retirement also gives you the gift of time, something younger generations constantly chase but rarely catch. Use this time wisely. Pursue hobbies with seriousness. Read, write, paint, garden, learn a new skill. Not only does this keep your mind sharp, but it also inspires those around you. When your grandchildren or adult children see that you're still growing, still curious, still evolving, they subconsciously register that age does not mean decline. It means transformation. Be observant. Pay attention to what each family member is going through, not to interfere but to understand. People feel respected when they feel seen and heard. You can become the most respected member of your family by simply being the best listener in the room. Not every conversation needs your advice. Sometimes your silence, your gentle nod, your comforting gaze will say more than words ever could. Respect also comes from restraint. There will be moments when you'll disagree, whether it's about parenting, politics, lifestyle, or finances. But you don't need to win arguments to win respect. Instead, show emotional maturity by knowing when to step back. When you give others the space to make their own choices, even if you disagree, you demonstrate trust in their autonomy. That trust, in turn, fosters admiration. Another silent yet powerful way to earn respect is to maintain your independence as much as possible. Whether that means managing your finances smartly, keeping up with your health care, or simply being able to run your daily life with minimal help, it communicates strength. Family members are naturally drawn to those who carry their independence with quiet pride. It's not about being distant. It's about showing them that you're a contributor, not a burden. Then there's consistency. The world may change, people may grow and evolve, but your consistency, your rituals, your ethics, your presence, can serve as the family's emotional backbone. If you're the one who still remembers birthdays, who checks in during tough times, who keeps Sunday lunches sacred, you become the heartbeat of the family without even trying. You don't have to lecture anyone to be the moral compass. Live your values, respectfully, privately, and others will take notice. If you've lived with integrity, you don't need to remind others of it. They'll remember on their own. Technology is another silent battleground where respect can be won. No, you don't have to become a tech genius. But showing a willingness to learn, using a smartphone, sending a thoughtful message, Participating in a family video call goes a long way. It tells your family, especially the younger generation, that you're not stuck in the past, that you care enough to meet them where they are. Respect is also rooted in how we handle aging itself. Do you carry your age with bitterness or with grace? Do you talk only of aches and regrets, or do you smile at the past and stay hopeful for the future? Your attitude toward aging sets the emotional tone for how your family views it. When you embrace your age with dignity, when you acknowledge its challenges without letting it define you, you become a model of strength, and strength earns respect, always. Lastly, understand the quiet power of gratitude. Say thank you often. Not in a submissive way, but in a way that acknowledges the love and effort your family gives you. Gratitude is disarming. It softens hearts, it builds bridges, it opens doors. And people naturally respect those who see and appreciate the good around them. You don't need to give speeches or prove your worth. Let your presence be enough. Let your consistency be your legacy. Let your grace be your voice. In this season of life, you're not retiring from meaning. You're stepping into a deeper, richer version of it. And by living fully, wisely, and quietly strong, you will earn a kind of respect that no title ever could. Respect in the later years of life is not something that can be demanded. It is earned, shaped quietly by behavior, and reinforced over time by presence. The truth is, words are rarely enough. It's how you carry yourself, how you engage with others, and how you respond to life after retirement that leaves a lasting impression on your family. The loudest message you can send is often the one you don't speak at all. Presence is more than just being physically there. It's about being mentally and emotionally available, with intention and attention. When you are truly present, your family notices. They notice that you look them in the eye when they speak, that you put the phone down, that you truly listen, not to respond, but to understand. These small acts of attention send a powerful message. You matter to me. That kind of presence builds trust, and with trust comes respect. The quality of your presence is equally vital. Are you bringing calm or chaos into the room? Are you the one who steadies emotions or stirs them? Your demeanor can either soothe tension or escalate it. If you become the person who remains calm in family disagreements, who shows patience with the grandchildren, and who reacts with understanding instead of frustration, you become the model for emotional stability. And emotional stability is magnetic. People gravitate toward it. They admire it. Action is your most powerful tool now. You've spent your working life using words, meetings, negotiations, instructions. But now, it's action that speaks. For example, maintaining your health and hygiene shows self-respect. Your family sees that you're not giving up on yourself, and it subtly teaches them to continue valuing themselves as they age. When you care for your home, your garden, your appearance, it tells the world you still take pride in your life. And pride, when expressed with humility, inspires respect. Participation is another silent strength. Get involved, not in a controlling way, but with a supportive spirit. Help where help is welcomed. Attend family events without needing to dominate the room. Offer help in ways that empower others rather than make them feel incapable. A grandparent who plays with the children, helps with dinner, or simply sits and listens, without judgment, becomes a pillar in the family, someone others rely on emotionally and practically. The ability to step back is equally powerful. After retirement, there is often a temptation to become overly involved in family affairs, to fix things, to offer unsolicited advice. But real influence doesn't come from constant opinions. It comes from timing, wisdom, and restraint. When you offer advice only when asked, or when you pause to ask, "Would you like my perspective?" you create space for respect to grow. You're no longer instructing. You're mentoring. You're not interfering. You're supporting. That's the difference. Resist the urge to criticize. If the younger generation raises their children differently, or lives in a way you don't fully understand, pause before speaking. Ask yourself, is what I'm about to say going to deepen our relationship or damage it? Silence, when used wisely, becomes a strength. And when you do speak, let it be with encouragement or gentle curiosity. Tell me more about how you do things these days. That one sentence shows respect for their autonomy and invites respect in return. Contribution is a key part of silent leadership. It doesn't have to be financial. It can be emotional, spiritual, or even practical. Maybe you help your grandchildren with schoolwork. Maybe you make time to walk with your adult children, giving them your undivided attention. Or perhaps you've taken on a creative project that you share with others, writing a family history, compiling photo albums, or organizing recipes. These acts, though small, preserve legacy and make you indispensable in the emotional memory of your family. Reliability builds legacy. Be someone who shows up every time without drama. If you say you'll be there, be there. If someone needs a ride, a companion to the doctor, or someone to confide in, be that person. When people know they can count on you, they respect you even if they never say it out loud. One of the most profound ways to earn respect is to create peace around you. A peaceful home, a calm voice, a welcoming heart. These things become rare and precious. In a world full of noise and urgency, your calm becomes a refuge. And your family will remember that refuge long after you're gone. Model grace in difficult times. There may be losses, friends passing away, health issues, changes in your body. Instead of focusing only on the hardships, show your family that you're still capable of finding beauty, gratitude, and even humor in the ordinary. You don't have to pretend life is perfect, but choosing to show resilience and a steady spirit in the face of life's challenges is one of the most respected traits a person can possess. Finally, let your legacy be rooted in humility. You have lived, learned, struggled, and succeeded. Share those experiences when invited, but never as a lecture. Let your life be the testimony. A humble person who quietly builds, serves, and supports becomes unforgettable. Not because they demanded attention, but because their presence transformed the environment around them. You don't need to shout to be heard in your family. Your life, your consistency, your actions, those are your loudest statements. When you carry yourself with quiet strength, when you offer love without strings, when you engage with intention and humility, your family will not just love you. They will respect you deeply, and that respect will echo long after your voice is silent. There comes a time in life when you stop trying to prove who you are with words and start letting your essence do the talking. This is especially true after retirement. You've lived through decades of learning, loving, failing, rebuilding, and growing. You have stories etched into your smile lines, wisdom hidden in your pauses, and a kind of silent power that no speech can fully deliver. In this final part of our journey, we explore how legacy, inner peace, and alignment with values can elevate your presence in the family into something unforgettable, something deeply respected without needing to ask for it. Respect, in its most lasting form, is rooted in values. When your actions align with what you believe, and when those beliefs are rooted in integrity, people feel it. Maybe you value honesty, compassion, hard work, or faith. Living these values consistently, not flaunting them but embodying them, is how they become visible to others. If your grandchildren grow up watching you take your time to help a neighbor, share a kind word with a cashier, or pause to listen to someone who others ignore, they will internalize those behaviors. You won't need to tell them what kind of person you are. They will already know. They will respect you because they want to be like you. Your legacy isn't just in the family photo albums. It's in the way you make people feel. Did you create safety in your home? Were your children or grandchildren comfortable being themselves around you? Did your presence reduce fear or increase it? These emotional memories shape your place in the family story far more than why. Our past achievements. You don't need to have changed the world. If you changed the emotional climate of your own home, if you made it a place where people could exhale, you've done something powerful. Even your silence can be a source of strength. There is dignity in restraint, in choosing not to argue every point, in letting others win when the stakes are small, in showing grace when you could express frustration. Younger family members are watching, not consciously, but they are watching. They notice who holds grudges and who forgives, who listens and who interrupts, who shows patience when things don't go as planned. These small moments accumulate, and in them, respect is either built or lost. The one who brings peace, not conflict, is remembered as wise. Technology has created a world where people are always talking, through messages, videos, calls, and notifications. But in this noisy age, those who speak less but say more hold an unmatched power. Imagine sitting at the dinner table, and instead of trying to dominate the conversation, you simply share a small, thoughtful reflection or ask a meaningful question. What's something good that happened to you this week? That's it. You've created connection, shown care, and gently shifted the energy of the entire gathering. That's leadership, without labels. That's how respect quietly takes root. Another path to earning deep respect after retirement is being a storyteller, not of your achievements, but of your humanity. Share stories that reveal your flaws, your learnings, your growth. Talk about the time you failed and how you got back up. Speak about the fears you faced and what they taught you. Vulnerability, when offered from a place of strength, bridges generations. It shows that respect doesn't come from perfection. It comes from authenticity. Let your family know you weren't always wise. You became wise, and they can too. Your rituals and habits are part of your message. Do you begin your day with gratitude? Do you still make your bed, take morning walks, or take care of a small garden? These small disciplines speak volumes. They say, I am still choosing life, still honoring it. It tells your family that discipline is not about control, but about respect, for time, for health, for opportunity. And when they see you honoring the day, even in your older years, it sends a subtle message. This moment matters. Don't waste it. Mentorship is another silent but powerful avenue, not in a formal way, not by declaring let me teach you something, but through availability, through listening, through walking beside someone as they figure things out. When your children or grandchildren know that they can talk to you without being judged, that they can ask questions and receive honesty, not criticism, you become a sacred figure in their world. The mentor, the elder, the anchor. That role commands a respect far greater than authority ever could. Forgiveness also plays a crucial role in your emotional legacy. If your family has hurt you in the past, choosing forgiveness is not weakness. It's strength of the highest kind. Forgiveness doesn't mean you condone everything, but it frees you. It softens your presence and removes emotional weight from your relationships. When you forgive, especially without needing an apology first, your family sees you as evolved. And emotional evolution earns more respect than rigid righteousness ever will. Humility is the final, unshakable pillar of lasting respect. No matter how much you've accomplished, the way you talk about yourself matters. Do you still remain curious? Do you listen as much as you speak? Do you admit when you don't know something? These qualities disarm defensiveness and create space for real connection. A humble heart draws people close. It invites them to trust you, to listen to you, to admire you not from fear but from love. To earn respect from your family after retirement without saying a word, you must become the living embodiment of values, grace, and quiet power. You don't need to win arguments. You don't need to constantly remind people of your role or your past. You simply need to show up as the best version of yourself. Consistently, patiently, gently. Your family won't always tell you that they respect you, but they will sit a little closer. They'll ask for your opinion more often. They'll bring their worries to you, even when they don't say why. They'll smile when they see you. They'll talk about you when you're not in the room, not because of your money or what you gave them, but because of how you made them feel and how you lived your life with quiet strength. That's how respect is earned, not demanded, not declared, but lived.